every woman wants from her man. The first thing we want is a man that we cannot manipulate. That's first and foremost. And what I mean by this is if he's naive and if he believes everything we tell him, and if he doesn't double check and he doesn't triple check, and he's just super, super naive, women hate that. Even if she has every intention to manipulate you, even if she's planning to cheat on you, she still wants to know that you can wake up to this and you're not going to let her get away with this. You're not going to be so stupid and naive. And the reason why we hate naivety in men, we hate naivety, is that if you can't spot the threats in us, you can't tell how might be a threat to you. We think that you can't spot the threats in other people. Maybe another woman can manipulate you, or maybe that you'll trust the wrong people, or maybe when we go out, you can't protect me because you can't even spot the threats in the environment. So if you can't spot the threats in me, and when I'm lying to you and I'm manipulating you, you're going to be, how can I let you lead? And that's the number one thing. They absolutely, naivety, stupidity, all of that stuff, when they just allow you to manipulate, that puts every woman off universally. And she might not realize this. She might think, no, I don't mind a naive guy, or I think it's toxic when they ask too many questions. No. They need it because that is a form of protection. If a naive parent, think about a naive parent. If I had a baby and I was like, oh, they can play in the park by themselves, they'll be totally fine. The baby needs you to come with them. They need you to watch everything. They need you to be careful, like that person's too close, that kid is being dangerous, because that's how they feel safe. Now, if same thing happens to women. If you can spot the threats, okay, you're texting your boss a bit too much after work, or you came home a bit too late that time, tell me the truth. But when he's just like, okay, no worries, okay, yeah, I can tell, yeah, your boss sounds great. She was even thinking, what's wrong with this? How does he believe all this? So I think that's the first trait that she wants to see, somebody who can spot threats in their environment, and how to avoid being toxic with them and not just be somebody who's totally jealous and insecure and just spot all the threats. And is that you also offer lots of love and care at the same time. You're not just being controlling and worried about threats, but you're also being worried about, did you get home okay? Do you want me to pick you up? Or what time do you land? I'll come and get you from the airport. They want to show that you're protected in general. If you're just being protected when it comes to another man, but then you don't care about whether I'm struggling, if I'm not struggling, if I'm upset, I'm sad, you don't care about all those things, then we think you're a toxic. But when you are overall a protector, we love that. Yeah, so it's an extension of your natural protective instinct. I think that's the first thing. And the second thing I would say is your emotional regulation. We as women are very chaotic. We can be sad, happy, depending on our period, where emotions are all over the place. But when we have a man who can control his emotions, and what we mean by emotions, you still have them all the time, but they're not disproportionate to the situation.